rolling?
Yeah.
So who are you and what do you do?
So my name is Bianca Danielle, and I guess you'd say I am a all-round creative. I'm an actor, I model, I film, edit, but right now I'm a producer of cultural events and I do a lot of digital marketing for arts theatres. What does being British mean to me? It's funny because I've had similar conversations about this topic, and I think for me, British is I'm Black British. It's a box I tick on a form. It's not necessarily how I feel. I know that I'm a British citizen and I'm super grateful for all the opportunities and the fact that I can benefit from the NHS and job opportunities. But as a person, I don't feel very British. My mum's side, they are Indian people who were brought to Jamaica, and then my mum was born here. My dad's side, they were all born in Jamaica. Some are still there now. My dad lives here. I don't look exactly like either of them. I look kind of like my mum, I look kind of like my dad, but I'm a literal 50% of them. So it's very rare I come across anyone that actually looks like me, including my family. And at one time, it was a hard pill to swallow. Colorism is a thing in the Black community. And there has been times where I have felt not Black enough, not Asian enough. I haven't felt part of the mixed race world. Like for example, I've been acting and modeling for a long time. At one point, I hardly got any jobs. As soon as it became popular to have girls with curly hair in adverts, I got loads of bookings. I was everywhere, everyone saw me everywhere. And then mixed race specifically was, you'd see families with the Black mum, white father, vice versa, and they'd have mixed race children. I would never get called for those castings because I don't fit what is deemed as mixed race. But then when there was a lot of castings for Black people, I also don't necessarily fit what people perceive as being Black. So there's a lot of girls with afro hair and darker skin. So it's always like, no, it's not a pity party, it's not me being a victim, but it's more just like me constantly working out, where is it I fit? What is the perception of me? Until you just go, well, actually, this is who I am, and maybe that opportunity wasn't for me. Maybe that person wasn't for me, that situation wasn't for me, because then there's other spaces I go in, and it's celebrated. It's only been in the past like 10 years that I've actually started questioning properly where I'm from. And the only like grandparent I have is my mum's mum. So my nana, she is 83 years old, and as much as she has a mind, she also is, she can't remember a lot of dates. So when I'm like, oh, how old were you when you came here? And asking about my granddad as well, her memory's fractured with that. She remembers, like, she has memories, so she tells me stories and stuff. But she also just didn't ask questions. The more I read up is the more I have questions, but then I don't necessarily have the right firm answers. So I have like ordered like the ancestry test so that I can find out more, but that's also very scary because my identity is Jamaican Indian, but this ancestry test might tell me otherwise. My nana has said that, you know, they moved from India to Jamaica because they had to. It wasn't because they wanted to. I grew up in Moss Side, and with that, it's like I had a great childhood. I had loads of friends. My community felt like the best place to go out and play Kirby and you go knock on for your friends and stuff. It was like, it was great. And then it's when I got to like high school and college, I realized that the area had this reputation of apparently everyone there is underprivileged. Apparently, you know, it's dangerous and it's violent and all these type of things. And I think once I learned that stereotype about Black people in the area that I was from, I was on this mission to be like, we're not gonna succumb to that, you know, it's not gonna be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, we're definitely gonna, you know, challenge that and break through that stereotype. In my own head, it was like, I'm gonna be that person you see on your screen and you go, I look like her, I can do it too. Or I'm gonna be the person in court, you know, fighting for people who look like me, for them to, you know, have a fair and just kind of trial or experience even in the judicial system. And then I was like, this is exhausting. And then, yeah, after that, I started to travel. And traveling was what really opened my eyes as to, you know, what it is to, yes, be black in Manchester, but also to be black in the world. And working overseas in America, and the fact that, you know, their terminology around race is completely different. I came back from working overseas and I got in with a lot of different arts organisations, and I was doing digital marketing for them. I'm now producing, and you know, art spaces, theatres, they're not traditionally black spaces, they're traditionally white spaces. So it's like penetrating structures like that and going, you know what? I'm gonna teach you about me so that I can open a door for more people like me to use theatres as places of expression, places to, you know, get together and find a community. You know, there's just no reason why we go out to restaurants for a date for someone's birthday, but we don't go to theatre for that. Why is that not a norm? The be all and end all is that these institutions are what we make them. We don't let them just stay how they've always been. Everything has to evolve and has to change, but the only way they evolve and change is if people make that happen. My identity is the first thing I walk in a room with. I understand the preconceptions, I understand the stereotypes people have of black people and things like that, but I walk in and I'm educated. I've got a strong Manny accent. And I think, like I was saying, I use it as a source of inspiration and power now. And with the things I do, such as I've got an event coming on, Melanin Markets, and that's celebrating black businesses. I fit into that. I made that for me, it's by me, and it's to celebrate people who also may have felt like me. So it's anyone with melanin in them. They can be mixed race, they can be quarter, they can, whatever they identify as. It wasn't give us your birth certificate or anything like that. It was like, do you feel that you are a black business owner? Is your business black led? I fit into that category because other people would argue with me and say, you're mixed race, that's different. No, I think you're Asian. Lots of different things, whereas I'm comfortable with who I am and I'm creating opportunities for people like me. Is that I'm trying to celebrate us. I'm trying to provide a space where, you know, we can be, we've not always been victims. Like, we're strong people, like we're dancers, we're singers, we're into so much, and I want to provide a happy space where we can just be us. And Kelly Morgan, who I'm doing the event with, we met not long before we planned the event, and I couldn't believe I met somebody who I have so much in common with, but we're both so passionate about what we can do for our community. And with that, the conversations we're not sad conversations saying how difficult and hard it is. It's, oh my God, we're so excited. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. We're gonna skill share with the vendors. We're gonna have these surprises on the day. And there's so much joy in that. It's like, not every day are we gonna talk about the trauma. So these events and what we're doing, we create these so that we can keep pushing forward with celebrating ourselves, because nobody else will do it for us. And if we don't do these things, we will just live in a space of constantly debating about our race and saying how we wish things could be, instead of creating spaces for them to be the way that we dream of them. But yeah.
Wow. That's the soundbite, isn't it?
Oh my God.
That's the soundbite.